Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Emily and I would love for you to stick around and subscribe to my channel. I do a lot here. I started out doing beadwork and I still add those videos like every 2 weeks. I do what's for dinners and I'm currently training for a half marathon, so I do have some running vlogs coming as well. My what's for dinners are normal everyday meals that busy moms can make and that your family will actually eat, with a low carb twist for me. My family does not eat low carb, but I do. So every meal that I make does have a low carb option, and it's just really great for moms or anyone that's cooking for a family, but also wants to eat a little bit lower carb, high protein meals. So I've got 5 really simple and really affordable meals for you to make this week. I've been trying not to do anything too extravagant that I don't think that people are gonna want to make or be able to make. So it also did snow this week in Texas, so I've got a couple of clips of our snow in there, and you get to meet our puppy Bodhi. So stick around and enjoy. For dinner tonight, we're gonna make salmon. We haven't done this in a while. It's something that my husband and I used to do weekly. I used to get it on every single grocery order, but I don't know why we stopped doing it. But anyway, I've got a little over a pound of this fresh salmon from H-E-B. My pan is already hot. It's got a little bit of oil in it already, so you can see it kind of shrunk up a little bit. All I'm gonna do to season this is put a little bit of olive oil and rub it all over the salmon. Probably just a capful, maybe 2 capfuls. My dogs are running around, my kids are running around, sorry. That's just kind of what our life is. Crazy, chaotic, hectic, all the things. Okay, so I've got olive oil rubbed all over the top. We really like to put brown sugar all over it. So I'm gonna just kind of sprinkle brown sugar everywhere. What is it? Okay, a little bit of chili powder. Just kind of all over. A little sweet and spicy. And just a little bit of salt, just regular table salt. And I like to just kind of rub that all over, kind of pat in the brown sugar. Makes a really nice crust on it, like a crispy crust. Okay. And the last thing that I like to do is put, these aren't tablespoons of butter, they're just kind of little pats, and I like to just lay those kind of all over the top. And then I'll cover it until it is done. To go with our salmon tonight, we're gonna have these sweet potato fries. We've never tried these before. We usually cut our own, but we didn't have any sweet potatoes. I thought the girls might like these, so we're gonna try them. They're the Alexia brand with sea salt. And I ran 5 miles today, so I am gonna up my carb count just a little bit. So I'm not making too many of them, so I don't go crazy, but I am gonna have a few of these sweet potato fries tonight. And I'm just gonna follow the directions from the bag. You preheat your oven to 425, and then, let's see, we're doing like a half bag, so we'll do 10 to 12 minutes, and that should be a good side for our salmon. All right, this has been cooking for 6 or 7 minutes on that side. It looks pretty good. It smells really good. So all I'm gonna do is sprinkle a little bit more of this brown sugar on top. Give it kind of a crispy, flaky top. And I'm going to flip it just for a minute. Okay. And the trick to this is kind of turning your pan a little bit. I'm steaming y'all out, I'm sorry. Inside up for just a minute so it doesn't burn, just so it crisps. should do it. And I'm just gonna remove this and set it on a cutting board. You see that kind of char it got on it? That's beautiful. So I'm just gonna let this rest until our sweet potato fries are done and we will be ready to eat. All right, our fries were in for 12 minutes. They are perfect. Our salmon has been resting. It's time to eat. Update, the girls really liked the sweet potato fries, so I gave them mine, and I am tricking my brain into thinking that these are sweet potato fries, but they are carrots, which is probably for the best. So we just got home from church, and it is starting to snow a little bit. It never ever snows here, ever. We live in a part of Texas where we're lucky to get snow, you know, once every 2 or 3 years, and it definitely doesn't accumulate. So they're calling for anywhere from 2 to 5 inches of snow. We'll see if that actually happens. Probably not, but my kids are very, very excited. They're actually having quiet time right now. I talked them into that and told them that when quiet time was over, if there was any snow outside, that we would go outside and play. So they are down for a little naparoo. In the meantime, it's a perfect day to make chili. So I'm gonna take you along on my mom's chili recipe. So I'm gonna try this in my Instant Pot. I've never used the slow cook button, but I'm gonna try it today. So I have 3 tablespoons of butter melted in here, and then I went around the pan twice with olive oil, and that's heated up. I've got it set on saute right now. I'm gonna add half of an onion. You can definitely add a whole onion if you want to do that. This is just what I had left over from a recipe from a couple days ago. And then I have 4 celery stalks that I'm also gonna add to my roux here. Just get the flavor going. And then I bought some jarred garlic. This isn't like super gourmet. Some minced garlic. I am gonna put, I guess, a heaping spoonful in here. We love garlic. You can never have too much garlic, so I'm gonna say about that much garlic. And I'm just gonna let all that cook down until it is translucent, and then I'm gonna add my ground beef. That looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna go ahead and add my ground beef. I'm just gonna kind of move all this to the side as much as I can. And I've got 2.5 pounds of ground beef here. And I'm just gonna plop right in there and break it up a little bit and let that cook completely. And then I'm gonna add in all my tomato products. To meet Bodie, our puppy. He likes to keep an eye on things in the kitchen. Yes. Oh, shh, shh, shh. It's quiet time, Bodie. Shh. You gotta be quiet. Come here. You gotta be quiet. Anyway, we've had him for, I don't know, a couple weeks now. He is a blue heeler puppy. We also have a corgi named Fergie. She is taking a nap under our bed right now. She's a little older. She's like 9, so he gets to play out here, and she likes to sleep a lot. But he's a very sweet boy. Very rambunctious. Great for the girls. Sweet boy. you guys can see this, but it just switched from sleet to snow. It is snowing in Texas. Woohoo! I'm gonna have some happy girls when they wake up from quiet time. Wow. I might have to wake them up from quiet time. Okay, we had to take a little break. I went and woke my oldest daughter up and just let her look out of the door for a little bit. We're gonna wait till it sticks to go out and play, but wow, what an exciting day in Texas, and what a great day for chili. So, my meat looks pretty good. I'm gonna add a little salt, a little pepper, a little chili powder. I don't do measurements either, I just kind of eyeball. A little chili powder, a little Worcestershire, or the dub, as Mandy in the Making calls it, the dub. Okay. And then I'm also going to add 2 of these Texas chili seasoning mixes. It says, let's see, for a pound of ground beef, you use one of these. So this is 2.5 pounds. I am going to use both of them. And then I added some of those other seasonings just so it's really flavorful. I'm going to add both of these in. Okay, I'm going to stir this up really well. Make sure everything's nice and combined. I know, I should be using a wooden spoon and not scratching the bottom of my pan with this, but whatever. I don't really care. This is going to be awesome. That looks great. Okay. And now I'm going to add my tomato products. So I've got a can of tomato sauce. It's a 15-ounce can. I'm going to pour this in. I like chunkier tomatoes in my chili and my stew. My husband does not like chunky tomatoes, so I've been using these petite diced tomatoes. It's just really small pieces of tomato, so he doesn't mind that. Add a whole can of that in. That's a 14.5-ounce can. Stir that up really well. Man, it is coming down out there. This is exciting. Okay. Then I'm going to add some tomato paste. I really like adding this anytime I'm cooking with beef. I do this with stew as well. I like to add some tomato paste just for extra flavor. This is a really big can of it, but we're not afraid of flavor around here, so I'm going to add the whole thing. Doesn't that look appetizing? All right. And yes, I'm using a child's spoon to do all this. Mom life. Okay, and then I like to add a can of water, so I'm just going to fill this up with water and dump it in there. And then I'm going to give it one more stir. That is going to be delicious. So with chili, everything is pretty much done. It just kind of has to heat through, but the longer that it cooks, the better that it's going to taste. So it's about, I don't know, 3 o'clock right now. We probably won't eat this until about 6, so it'll have plenty of time to heat through and then for all the flavors to kind of meld together. This is going to be awesome. I like to top mine with sour cream and cheese, and then my family will probably put some crackers on theirs as well. So this is going to be excellent. I typically make cornbread with it, but I just made cornbread last week, so I didn't want to do that again so soon. So in the Instant Pot, I believe I need to put it on slow cook, or turn it off from saute first, and then put it on slow cook. It's 3, so I'm going to set it for 3 hours. I'm going to put my lid back on. I'm going to make sure it's on venting instead of sealing. It's way over here on venting. And there we go. I'm going to let that cook for 3 hours. Update, it is still snowing here in Texas. I'm outside with my kids and my husband. My chili's going inside, but we had to take a little break. This is about as good as it gets in Texas. It probably won't accumulate much, but we are sure enjoying it. We're thankful for the moisture. Went off. My kids are super jacked up because of the snow, so sorry if you hear them. But we're gonna check this out and see what she looks like. You guys. Oh yeah. Looks amazing. Can't wait to dig into this. My video last week, you know that we do no leftovers left behind. So we made chili last night. We had it for lunch today, and we are gonna utilize it for dinner tonight as well, the last of it. So we started doing this a few months ago. It's a hot dog bake, and it's just kind of a low carb take on hot dogs. So I'm gonna use these H-E-B beef hot dogs, and I'm just gonna put those right in the cast iron. Take this leftover chili, which was even better the next day. Chili and spaghetti are two things that just are always better the second day. Okay, I'm just gonna pour all the leftover chili right on top of these. Okay. That's all of it. All right. I love using leftovers. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of spread that around. Okay, And then I have a little bit of a bag of cheese left, so I'm gonna add that. You can use any kind of cheese. This was Colby and Monterey Jack. And then I actually want a little more cheese from that. So I had a quarter of a block of extra sharp cheddar cheese that I just grated up. I'm gonna add that. And then since my kids won't eat this, I'm gonna also add some jalapenos. Anyway, we just stick this in the oven. I'm gonna put it on 350 because I'm also making some chicken nuggets for my kids in there already. So I'm just gonna stick it in at 350, probably for 20 or 25 minutes, and just until all the cheese is melted and these jalapenos have softened a little bit and the hot dogs have kind of heated through a little bit. For dinner tonight, I'm gonna make it easy on myself and do a sheet pan. I've got these roasting vegetables. It's Brussels sprouts, butternut squash, and onion. They're already cut up. And I'm gonna slice up this sausage that is already fully cooked, put it all in a sheet pan, spray it with olive oil, put a little salt and pepper on it, and pop it in the oven. Tupperware container here. I'm gonna go ahead and marinate my shrimp for our kabobs tonight. I've got a pound of these cooked shrimp. They're peeled and deveined already, but their tails are still on. So I'm just gonna dump these in here. They have been in my refrigerator all day. I took them out of the freezer this morning and they're still a little bit icy, but for the most part they're thawed, so they'll be okay. Then I'm going to add some olive oil. Okay, I'm also going to add some minced garlic. I love garlic, so I'll do quite a bit. And I'm going to top it off with some of this roasted garlic and herb seasoning from McCormick, the Girl Mates kind. I'm also going to add the juice of 2 small lemons. did tomatoes, shrimp, zucchini, and onion on our skewers. I made 6 large ones, and then 4 of the smaller ones. I just ran out of the big skewers, and I still had some stuff left over, and y'all know I'm not gonna let that go to waste. So I'm just gonna cook these and save them with all these leftovers, which we will have leftovers, and just eat them for lunches over the next couple of days. So I do have my oven preheated to 350, and I'm gonna pop these in for, I don't know, these shrimp are fully cooked, so just until the zucchini gets soft, probably 20 minutes maybe. I'll update you guys on the time. I also wanted to mention, we would typically do these on the grill outside, but it did snow in Texas yesterday. Sorry for my kids. It did snow in Texas yesterday, so all of our wood and everything is wet outside, so we are not able to cook outside right now. So I'm just doing them in the oven. I've done them that way before, and they've turned out really well. So we cooked these right at 20 minutes on 350, and they look perfect. That's all I've got. Thanks for watching.